Mod time! Mods are here for Farm Sim 25, and today we have 16 mods to take a look at. All platforms, 10 new and 1 update, and PC Mac players got 4 new and 1 update. New for all platforms got Carpathian Countryside map, Challenger Plus, Deutz Fahr D16006, Volvo VNX 300 box truck, Lizard TurboHarrow 600, Techmagri Profilboost, Bergmann TSW 6240W, Bressel and Lade H10 Palletfork, small CowShed, and fuel tank with Grating. And your new ones for PC and Mac players include the Weidemann 1140, TC Pack Orange and Potato Box, XXL Flag Pack, and Hotkeys For Testing. If you like staying updated with all the latest mods in Farming Simulator, make sure you're subscribed. Let's check out today's mods. Let's start off today with a new map for all platforms. This is Carpathian Countryside from Mr. Hector. It is a European map. It is 1,457 megabytes. That's almost 1.5 gigs, and there's one required mod. It is a fictional map inspired by a modern real-life agricultural company and its surroundings in western Slovakia. The map itself features 3 pre-placed farms. You got a main farm, pig farm, and a sheep farm. We've also got 70 fields, 6 meadows, and 14 forestry areas. Some of the fields also have electrical poles in them, and you can remove those. You can see these little dots in here. Those are your electrical poles, and getting rid of them is pretty simple. We're going to go right here to the piano manufacturer. We're going to visit it, and then we're just going to turn, and we're going to go right here. This will give us the opportunity to turn them off. Boom, go down. Let's turn on help window so we can see, and you got it right up there. Disable low voltage electric poles. Bam! There you go. So the poles are still there, technically. However, now the collision is no longer there. So if you like playing a little bit more realistically, where there's a collision, you could do that. And if you don't, you could do that as well. Very neat. Down at the bottom left at Farmland 81, there is an abandoned quarry, a cement factory, and iron furnace. And you also have fully functional villages, so you could buy all of the houses in these villages. So as you can see, every single property with the house on it is available to purchase. That is neat. You've also got some areas that give you some extra money, like Farmland 161 right there and 151 here. Buying those are soccer, aka football fields, and you can get some extra cash from those. Very neat. There's custom animal settings on here, slightly adjusted for food and straw consumption, production of manure, liquid manure, and milk, and animal prices. All of those have been changed a little bit. We also have enhanced crop growth stages, so all of the crops have enhanced stages from first all the way through. This one has 11 growth stages. However, everything's going to be perfectly fine with your crop calendar. So all of that. Oh, and the Highlands Fishing expansion features. If you've got that installed, there is a fishery up here at the top left-hand corner of the map, and you can actually utilize it to its full potential, raising trout. Very neat. As far as everything else goes, precision farming and DLC ready. You've got custom soil map included, and compost and new crops on the map are all fully supported, and there are 100 collectibles. So you've seen around a little bit, plus I have a 1-hour map tour on this. Definitely check that out. It is linked in the post section on my YouTube channel, so definitely check it out. If you're curious, it shows you everything you need to know. I've worked with Mr. Hector on the preview of this map, so big shout out to him for allowing me to do that. Here are our crops. So what do we have? Well, we have rye and alfalfa. Those are going to be our new crops. Farmland that we own, well, we've got 32 down here, which is probably one of the first ones most people will sell just to get a little extra cash, but I don't know why you would need it. You've got more than everything that you need. $2.45 million value for the main farm, and then we've got all these extra fields down here which could be purchased. I would also recommend maybe checking out Farmland 19. It's fairly inexpensive, all things considered, but it is a big field, so that is very, very nice. If you want it as well, there are 2 more farms. We've got Farmland 58, and then you've got Farmland 69. Those are going to be your pig and sheep farms. So those are the 3 farms on the map. As far as your crop calendar, here is that. Alfalfa is right at the top, so you get a good idea of that. Onions in the middle. Good to see. All the way down. Boom, you got it all. And there's your rye as well. Kind of lines up with barley. Actually, I think it lines up perfectly with barley, minus the fact that it doesn't have any spring planting. Now, as far as animals go on our main farm, you've got a cow barn, you've got a heifer shelter, a young cow shelter, another cow barn, a pig barn, and a horse barn. The main farm has a lot going on with it. Contracts are plentiful, however, the fields are not insanely large on this map, so this is what you're going to get at least to start with. Productions, we have the grain storage and shredder on our main farm where we can make some pig food, but all productions are on the map plus, so that is very nice. And then if we pop around here and take a look at vehicles, I think this is the most equipment that I've ever seen new on a map before. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You've got a lot of equipment, a bunch of tractors, trailers, all kinds of stuff. Things for all animal types, which is really nice. You could pretty much spread this stuff out and be fine. And if you're like me and you like jumping into new farmer mode, but selling all the equipment that's there, well, that is also an option. And you will become very, very wealthy. Taking a look at the farms on the map. So this is farmland number 9, aka the main farm. Showed this off in my mod preview, so I'm not going to go into detail or inside the buildings. All the buildings have interiors, so yes, all the buildings that you see have interiors. It's pretty sweet. We do have some areas over here where you could put down some more buildings, some more storage, that kind of thing. Production silo are over here, so that's nice to have. All of these buildings have interiors. Lots of storage as well. Humongous areas right here. Bunker silos. You could make them outdoor silos if you want. Lots of places for manure, liquid manure, water tower, all the stuff on your main farm. Plus multiple animal pens. You got horses, pigs, cows. Lots of stuff there. If we pop down to 58 right here, well, we've got a pig farm set up. Boom, visit. There we go. So this also has a lot going on with it, and this is one that I also recommend picking up because it's a good central location through the entire map. May also be a good map, a good farm to start off with because you've got kind of everything that you need, but in a more small, compact setup. And fantastic news, you can sell these as well. Really, really nice. We'll also come down here to 69. We'll go ahead and buy that. You can see we've got chickens and sheep down here. So that is pretty cool. I probably chose the wrong thing to visit here. Let's jump up just so you can get an idea. This is the smallest farm on the map, so this will give you an idea of what to expect. For everything else, well, you could check out my map preview, and that'll give you all the information you need. And if you need it, here is your one required mod. Also, the mod description is insanely long, so if you want to go through, read through all of this, kind of gives you a little bit of a better idea of what to expect with the map itself. There is so much going on with it. Now we got a new tractor for you. This is the Challenger Plus. It is from Cobalt73 and Rednex Mods, a couple names you may have heard before. In here, we've got a couple things. So what we've got, we have the Challenger Plus 160 horsepower. We got a 180, 200, and 225, but we can also bump that up to 340, which is a new engine for this one, and the 3100. Yes, 3100 horsepower. This is for tractor pulling, and it's a lot of fun. I love it so much. Wheel brands from Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vredestan, and Nokian tires. We have all the ones you would expect to see in there. Love it, love it. Front options. So we have the front weight, but we also now have a 3-point, which is very nice because I've been looking for a version of this tractor with a 3-point, and well, now I don't have to look anymore. You can also go with a no, and then we have everything in between. So you got 80, 160, 240, 320, 400, 480, and all the way up to the 560. We also have a new front loader option, Quickie. That's not in the original. And then we have colors. Yeah, of course I'm going to go with the toothpaste tractor. But you got all kinds of other stuff in here as well. We got black chrome and red chrome. Actually, there's a bunch of chromes, aren't there? There are a lot of chromes. Pretty cool. Ooh, look at that. Petrol chrome? Yes, please. And of course, we've got wheel options too, including lizard toothpaste. Ha-ha! Yeah, this is the version I went with, so I kept it black, but I went with green wheels. Look how much this just tries to get off the line. Look at this, I'm just gonna tap it. Oh, yes. All right, let's... Oh, I hate steering in Farm Sim. Let's get this thing... Oh, come on. I hate driving in this game. Thank goodness it's a tractor game and not a driving game, because that would be rough. All right, so we got a CVT transmission in here, and it'll get up to about 141, it says. Yep, can confirm, 141 horsepower. What happens when we slam on the brakes? 3, 2, 1, bam! Look how far back in the screen it goes, back to where it was. Oh, that is way too funny, man, way too funny. So, plenty of power, plenty of juice, but again, keep in mind, it weighs just as much as the one in the base game does. So, you might have to be careful whenever you're pulling stuff, because the weight for the tractor will be the same. There is something else to this as well that I wanted to point out. You may have already seen it. Just coming to a stop in his skid. Oh, that's awesome. So, whenever we get in and out, the warning signs and the door open and close for us. So, we'll hop in, boop. Look at that. Warning signs open, door opens, bam. That's so cool. Very, very cool indeed. Still have me porn? Oh, get out of here! DJ's coming through! Next on our list, the Deutz Fahr D16006. This was originally released back at Farming Simulator 19, whenever we had the Alpine expansion. And it is back again for the third game in a row. It's from Bergmann, one of my buddies. So recently turned into a rock star. Modding on the side now, I guess. Dude's playing music. That's awesome. So in here, what do we got? Well, we got 160 horsepower. We got a variable transmission, 500 liters of fuel on board. It goes 15 miles per hour. Weighs about 10 tons by itself. We have Trelleborg, BKT, Continental, Midas, Nokian, and Vredestein tires. And we do have, well, pretty much all the ones you would expect to see in there. We also have a cabin, which could be added. That's really cool. And we have the motor covers on the side. You can do that, and you can even add some decals, or kind of move them around anyway. And then we have attachers. So we go from nothing, got a 3-point, or nothing again. Main color options, boop, we pop in here. You could either go with the green, you got the black, an orange, and then we even have a yellow set. And then rim colors, you've got the red, you got gray, and we got black. So all of those are options. Can we just make this thing like all blacked out? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? So taking a look at it in the game, at least in this configuration, we've got no exterior animations, although we do have gear shifting. We got pedals that work. We've also got some dials in there that work as well. And then naturally stuff on the sides. Lights, of course, those are going to light up on the inside. As far as the ones that we get on the outside, these are just going to be like a low beam and high beam setup. So that's kind of what you get there. Let's see, going in. It does drive very nice. It's slow, and articulated tractors that are a little bit slower, I think, I don't know, something about them, they just handle a little bit better in the game. At least for me, the way I've got steering set up, it's a little bit more responsive. It feels just a little bit better. Plus, being from Bergmann, you know, it's going to be an awesome mod. So, check it out. Deutz Fahr D16006. Next up, Volvo VNX 300 box truck from ONR Modding. Now, ONR Modding actually used to be Owner Emery. I didn't know how to say that either, to be fair. But they changed their name. So, yeah, just a heads up through there. Let's talk about it, shall we? Let's do it. So, engine options, we have either power shift or variable transmission. So, either one through there. Roof setup, you go antenna, horn, and just yes is all of them. So there's that. Mirror options, you can either go with yes or no on the front hood. Sun shield's a yes or no as well. It also comes with some chicken lights up there. If we take a look at the mud flaps and flip it around, you've got some chrome, and then you've got some kind of that I would expect to see here in the States, something like that, or nothing at all. Back door step. Yes or no, good to see that. And then we have designs. Yeah, Lizard Logistics, Lizard Goods, Farming, Volvo, regular Lizard, or nothing at all. And then we have all kinds of color options. So we got the main color itself. Let's see what that goes to. The cabin of the truck. Then we have the design color, which is going to be the box. The other design, which is going to be the framing for said box in the back. And then lastly, rim colors are rim colors. Now, there's not a whole lot to this. However, it does have some pretty good stuff. Lights are either on or off. Those are your only two options through there. And we have a couple animations. You can open the rear door, and we've got straps all the way through the inside. And that is literally it. You can open and close the door with the truck off. Sometimes you can't do that. Nice to see that you can. Let's see, let's hop up in here. Nice, nice. Looks like the straps are going to be around towards the edge, so make sure you're walking the side of this. It's just an enclosed box truck. We've got a couple like this, but we don't have a whole bunch of them. It's nice to see another one. Yeah, very cool. Now let's talk tools. We have Lizard TurboHarrow 600 from Vertex Design. First mod we've seen from this in a little while. This is a disc harrow. 130 horsepower is required for it. It's got a 6-meter working width at 12 miles an hour. Costs 22 grand. We have attacher type. We have the lights unmounted and then lights mounted. And then we have full color option for the frame. Very nice. It's very weird also to see Vertex Design doing a Lizard mod. I can't remember the last time they did one of those. Next one's a subsoiler. This is the Techmagri Profilboost. Yeah, 120 horsepower is required, 3-meter working width at 7 miles an hour, and you can also go with a 3.5-meter working width version as well, which just gives us a couple more tines on the sides. If you're looking for a spreader that does manure and lime, you may look at this one, the Bergmann TSW 6240W. Very nice trailer here, 25,000 liter capacity, 10 tons, 220 horsepower required. It's got a 24-meter working width at 9 miles an hour. Wheel brands, you got a trailer board set, Michelin, BKT, and Vredestein. We have a fire extinguisher on the front. We've got side markings, which could be added or removed. Those are the lights on the side. And then we have colors, and boy do we. Man, we've got all the colors of the rainbow, which are available to us. That's pretty cool, especially for a spreader that will do lime. 25,000 liters on here. That's a lot, although it does cost you 110 grand, so that's worth mentioning. Next on our list, we have the Bressel and Lade H10 Palletfork. This works with either front loaders or telehandlers, but nothing else. We've got 4 different versions here. We have small without pallet detection. I'll tell you what that means. And then we have broad without pallet detection, and then we have small with pallet detection and broad with pallet detection, basically 2 on each side. This setup right here will allow you to pick up about 4 pallets. With the forks long, you go with the fork short, you can get about 1 on each side if you go with that, or you could just do the singular. So you could do either one, and then we've got color options for all of these in the Bressel and Lade color. So let's talk about it. So I've got a set right here that's got no pallet detection. You can see at the bottom right hand corner, it doesn't know what's in this pallet. That is the pallet detection. If we swap over to the orange one, and now with this one we pull up, boom, it knows what's in the pallet. I don't know why you would want it without pallet detection, but it's, you know, it's there if you need it. Just figured I'd let you know. Also, these are available in spikes as well, so if you didn't want these to use with pallets, you can use them as a bale spike. Next to last one, we have the small CowShed, which holds 25 cows, which is actually not too bad for the size and price of this. 35 grand. You know, it's a little over $1,000 a cow. It's a little high, but it's not too terrible. And it does everything. So we've got a place to remove slurry. We got a place to remove manure right there as well. And yes, you can get in this. So technically you're, I was gonna say you're mucking it out. You're really not. Anyway, it has its own manure thingy. Then you got food at the front. You got your animals here to the side, and your milk there. So like, you've got everything in this small little compact form here. I love it. Yeah. You can also change up the color of the tap if you would. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go with a blue one right there. Sweet. This is very nice, especially if you wanted to like maybe run these back to back like that. That's pretty cool setup. Boom. Now you've gone from 25 to 50 cows. Pretty simple. I would also like to see what this looks like when you put them beside each other. No, it's going to be terrible. Yeah, that is a jumbled mess of triggers. I'd probably avoid that, but you could move them apart just a little bit, and I think you'd be all right. About right here? Yeah. Put 4 of these down, you got 100 cows. And your last new one for all platforms, we have the fuel tank with grating. So the first one we got to look at, there's 2 pieces here. This is our fuel tank. So we can come up here and we can add up to 1,000 liters of diesel. That is very, very nice. And then you just kind of pull up next to it and fill up your tank. And that's it. That's pretty simple. Then we have this guy, the grating. Now this is just a standalone decoration, although it is right beside the other mod. I kind of like that. And this is somewhere where you can put up your own IBC tank, put it on top of that, and then, ta-da, you got your own little area. So it doesn't spill whenever you're doing stuff. I think that's neat. you can put a couple of these right beside each other. Only one update today for all platforms. We have the Kaweco Profi 3 version 1.1, liquid manure sensor, and a supplier configuration. So now we got new ones for PC and Mac players. First one is the Weidemann 1140. This is a front loader. It's got 3 different buckets and a weight. So in here we have the Schaefer. This is 33 horsepower. You have the Schaefer with a 25 horsepower. Then we have the Weidemann with 25 horsepower. And the Schaefer with 33 horsepower. These are a little bit out of order. It'd be nice to see these actually in a correct order, but it is what it is. Wheel brands, you've got the Trelleborg set, Continental set, and that is it. So back and forth between both of those. You do have a nice dual tire setup and a different standard set, which is probably the one to go for there. As far as your cabin and roof, we have without cabin roof. We have the rear bar, which will fold up. And then we have a cabin setup, and then we have cabin setup with protection, with some lights, protection and lights, and then nothing. Protective grille, you've got without and with. It's going to be around towards the very back, protecting the engine. Nice to see that. Additional headlights, you can add these. It's just going to be on the sides of the front loader in the front. Rear attachment, we got a tow bar to start with. You can also go with the K50 attachment. It's just going to be a ball hitch, and then back to the tow bar. Basically a pin hitch or ball hitch. Animation, you've got IC or mouse control. If you do not have interactive control, choose mouse control. This will allow you to use your keyboard, your mouse, or your controller in order to control everything. I don't have IC turned on, so that's what I'm going to choose. And then we have colors. We have basically grays and we have reds, but that's for the back, not for the front. As we move forward, we have a high dump bucket. We have a decal on here. We got Stoll and Schaefer. We also have Weidemann there. And then we have colors for the main and then for the frame. Curious to see the frame. Aha! That makes sense, doesn't it? 700 liters for that one, 550 liters for this guy, the manure fork, which will also do all of your forage products. And then we've got a beet basket with stone picker. So you can do either with or without stone picker. If you go with stone picker, this will pick stones out of your fields. Pretty cool. And then, of course, logos and colors there as well. Plus, we have a weight for your back. Now, some interesting animations here for our side doors. Was not expecting that at all. There's another one where you press both the left and the right stick at the same time, although I'm not actually seeing what that does. Maybe you guys can let me know. We do have plenty of lights on this thing, though. That is for sure. Next up, the TC Pack Orange and Potato Box. Yeah, so what this allows you to do is pick up these tater boxes, whether you use the small one or the large one. If you're unfamiliar with how this works, well, you fill this box right here up with your potatoes or any of the other veggies where you might want them. And then what you could actually do is pick it up with this, and then the box turns into the bucket, as it were. So this will pick it up, it'll hold on to it, so you can take it, flip it, dump it around, whatever you need to do, and you're good to go. This will work with our telehandlers there, and it looks like telehandlers for both of these. So, very nice. Here's this as well. It does have a marking there in black. Does this one also have it? It does not. Not quite sure what that's supposed to do, but hey, all good. Copyright made in France, Lizard 2026. Another new one for all platforms is the XXL Flag Pack. This includes over 300 flags, which is very wild. Offers all manufacturers that are featured in FS25, all German federal states, selected state flags as well. There's also other flags like Giants and Farming Simulator, and of course they are used as decoration. Only base game brands are included, so heads up there. And I did also notice that this is PC only, not crossplay, so not sure why that is, but it is what it is. And your last new one for PC and Mac players is Hotkeys For Testing. With this mod, you can assign hotkeys to various testing functions like setting the wear, dirt, wetness, and damage of the vehicle that you are currently in. You can also toggle the weather with a hotkey. So you've got change vehicle wear, dirt, wetness, and damage. You also have dirt and wetness combo button. Vehicle wear, you've got a double tap on the wetness hotkey, which toggles wetness debug mode. That's kind of neat. Reload the vehicle, which requires long press, toggling the weather, and then each function can be assigned to a hotkey of your choice in the input bindings menu. Pretty cool. I dig that. This definitely be something that is very, very beneficial for modders. maybe creators, but I've got mods that do all of these things. But separately, I don't need them on a hotkey. And lastly, today, only one update for PC and Mac players. We have the AutoSan D46 D47. They've added the 46. And there you go. That's everything I've got for you for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you are new. And join the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. I also released the mod preview of the Case IH Techmagri and the Pattinson NH3 wagon, both from Custom Modding earlier today. So check that out if you haven't seen it. Otherwise, have an awesome one. We'll see you next one.